Garner has introduced me, and I am the Small Business Development Center Director here at Blackhawk College, and I serve 10 counties. Now the reason why I'm giving you that long Small Business Development Center is because that will hopefully be the last time I say that tonight. We always say SBDC, and it's really alphabet soup for government speak. Though I am a government employee, my prior background is not. So I'm here tonight on behalf of the committee that has pulled together the Henry and Stark County Fast Pitch competition. And though you might think of the words fast pitch as meaning some kind of baseball related topic, it is not. Fast meaning short and sweet, which hopefully this little speech will be, and pitch meaning you're pitching your business. And so what I'm pleased to say is Jenny introduced the people that were here tonight, but what's important for you to realize is that this is a public and private enterprise trying to bring and trying to reach out to both Henry and Stark County opportunities for you, the small business owner, to be successful. And so if you think of the TV show Shark Tank, it's that kind of contest, but unlike Shark Tank, we're not going to take a piece of your business. We just want to reward you for trying to get out there and pitch your business. So without further ado, I'll talk to you a little bit of specifically what this competition is all about. Oops. Well, other than the fact that I can't operate a remote control device. All right, so what is a fast pitch? Remember, fast meaning short and sweet. You're going to be given the opportunity to present in 5 minutes or less a pitch about your business. You're going to be pitching that concept to a group of judges who have various skill sets to enable them to be able to evaluate your business. And those skill sets that the people who will be judging range from economic developers, bankers, people such as myself, which help small business owners do business plannings. And we're proud to say that none of the judges that we'll have judging you is actually from these two counties. So it's really outside people, so everybody's got a fair shot. There's no prejudice, whether one way or another, about, well, if you live in Stark, you might have a little bit of an advantage over Henry County. That's all gone by the wayside because every judge comes from outside of those two counties. So the pitch that you make can be confidential. We've had some previous clients that were doing some things that they were trying to file out patent on. So I want to let you know that the judges sign a form of confidentiality, so we won't reveal anything proprietary about your company. But it doesn't have to just be patent type of things. You might want to be telling us something about your company that you don't either want your competition to know about or some other thing. So we want to let you know that what you talk to us about is confidential. In addition to that, it's really only for that private audience. So there'll be no members of the community watching that or anything like that. So it's confidential, it's private, and we want you to shine and put your best foot forward. Do we have any questions about that before we move on to the next slide? Okay. Whoops. We want you to be creative. Now, having said that, we don't allow you to do whiz-bang video promotions that go. We just want you to talk to us and pitch us and wow us. That's what we're listening for. Can you wow us with what you're trying to do with your business? In addition to that, we want you to know that we're part of the judging criteria, which we'll talk about in a little bit, has to do with what kind of economic impact that you're going to make to the community. So you need to talk about that within your 5 minutes as well. Keep going the wrong way. So who can enter? Well, if you either live in Henry or Stark County, or your business is in either Henry or Stark County, you're eligible to enter. The competition itself is going to be April the 30th. It will be from 9 to 1 p.m. and then we will do the awards ceremony at 1:30. All of that information, by the way, is on the flyers that we had at the entry table. Oops, I keep going the wrong way. So what is that? So where's it going to be held? It will be held right here. Details can be found on, very clever name, HenryStarkFastPitch.com. HenryStarkFastPitch.org, thank you. .org. Sorry, .com. Okay? One more time, it's HenryStarkFastPitch.org, or you can call our offices at Black Hawk College, which is 309-796-5710. Now, the reason why we're telling you about this is, besides just entering your fast pitch competition, we will also provide for you at no additional cost. By the way, there's no cost to this in the first place. Well, business counseling services. Now, it's not free. That's my disclosure. It's not free. We're a very expensive service. We're paid for by your taxpayer dollars, but you've already paid for our services, and we would be happy to offer to you those services as well. We see about 175 business owners across the 10-county region, and our whole reason for existence is to either create or maintain jobs in our communities. So we're happy to provide those services to you as well. There are 3 categories of competition this year. One of them is for businesses that have been operating for 3 or more years. And basically we are looking for a plan of how you're either going to expand or grow your existing business. So if you fall into that category where you've been in existence for 3 or more years, this would be the category that you're going to enter. Doesn't matter what kind of business that you're doing, but if you meet that qualification of 3 or more years, this is the category we would like for you to enter. The other 2 categories happens to be broken down between retail and non-retail / manufacturing. If you have questions about that when you sign up, we'll be happy to talk to you about that and guide you in the right place. So, if it's retail, this is a new retail store, but it doesn't have to be necessarily a bricks or mortar store. You could be selling basically online, or you could be doing door-to-door or home-based selling. It does not have to be a bricks and mortar store. But if you're primarily selling a product, then you'll go in the retail category. If you're doing non-selling kinds of stuff, so what would that be? Well, if you're doing any product that has to do with agriculture, any product where you're manufacturing it, any type of technology category, those are all examples of the non-retail or manufacturing category. So there are any questions about that right now before we move on? Anybody have a question about where they might fit among the 3 categories? Super. We are going to give you an opportunity to practice. On March 18th, also from 9 to 1 p.m., we want you to register ahead of time. And you can do that one of 3 ways. You can go online to the University of Illinois Extension website. You can call the University of Illinois Extension and get them to mail you a registration form. Or you can register right here today. There's actually a 4th way. If you call our SBDC office, we can guide you through that as well.
Or go to the Henry...
Or go to the HenryStarkFastPitch.org. Thank you very much. So 5 ways to sign up. Thanks, Jenny. Whoops, keep going the wrong way. I'm sorry. The practice, I said this a little bit wrong. You have to register by March 18th. We will give you a chance to practice on March 25th, a week later. And that will be held here. Okay? So what will happen is you'll have about 20 minutes where you'll make your presentation, and we'll give you some feedback about what the judges who are present that day think about your presentation. We'll try to give you some helpful hints We'll try to give you some guidance. We'll try to tell you how excited we are or how excited we are not about your particular presentation so that you can get some feedback approximately a month ahead of time. And again, if you call our offices between then and the final presentation, you can practice even more as well. Again, at no cost to you. Just got to give up a little bit of time. So the competition is, that's all right. I would have liked thrown it in the garbage if I could. The competition is actually on April 30th, and again, it'll be right here. It'll be from 9 to 1 p.m., and we'll have the award ceremony at 1:30. Okay, so let's talk about the judging criteria. Is that large enough? Can everybody see that, or do I need to blow this up a little bit more? Tell me in the back. You guys in the back? Need it bigger? Okay. Presentation skills. On a scale of 1 to 5, there are 3 pieces of categories. Did you grab our attention in that first 30 seconds? That's called a hook. Was it professionally prepared? Did you ramble like I am now, or did you get to the point? Boom, 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 boom. How clear was your message? Was it credible? Do we believe it? So those they come under presentation skills. You'll be scored from 1 to 5. We'll have at least 3 judges for you, possibly 4. And so they will score their sheets independently, and then they confer afterwards. So their initial scoring is all done independently. For the retail and non-retail, we take a look at the business opportunity that you present. Are we convinced that there's a market for what you're going to sell? If you try to give us a fast pitch about horse and buggy whips, probably don't care much, do we? Do you understand your product? In that 5 minutes, do we tell that you really get what you're trying to do? Do you have an understanding of who your market is and what your competition is? Do you have a competitive advantage? Do you not have a competitive advantage? Do you understand how you're going to make money with this idea? And last but not least, who's involved in your business, and do they have the skill sets necessary to be successful? And again, we're looking about this from the prospect or from the concept of how viable you are going to be in our 2 communities. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Last but not least, your judges are going to score that on, if this was our money, would we invest money into it? And again, everybody is scoring this independently. They'll make their initial scores, and then what we do is we compile those up, tabulate them up, and see where we have the winners for each of those categories. Questions about that? No? All right. Okay. Here's the payoff. Ready? Prize packages are very, very generous. Remember I said early that we are trying to do this from not only a public but a private partnership, gathering together to give some nice awards. So for the existing business and our expansion, we're looking at a grand prize of $5,000. We're offering some consultation and advising services, and we're offering $15,000 in radio advertising from the regional media group. That's huge. Can be very huge. Runners-up will also get some cash, and they'll get a free waiver to the small business development classes that we offer. The retail and manufacturing packages are $2,500 in cash, 10 hours of consultation services, and $5,000 in radio and advertising. And again, both the retail and the non-retail, each winner gets that prize. Questions about that? And again, there's also a runner-up prize of $500 plus free tuition for our small business development class.
Would they want to know how we would plan to use that money?
We do not need to know that in the competition. Nope. We'll talk about that afterwards. We'll talk about that as part of our professional business consultation services. Because again, our primary reason that we're trying to do this is get positive economic impact to the two communities. So we do that by helping you become as strong as you can possibly be. So we'll try to give you some some guidance and some consultation services. Feel free to ignore them just like my wife and 3 kids do occasionally. Sir?
Let's say if you win on your idea on $5,000, going to be spent on an idea on radio.
I'm not sure I understand your question. Could you ask me again?
Well, let's say if I was to win $5,000 based on just an idea, how would that be spent on advertising on the radio?
Well, again, there are 3 categories. One is an existing business 3 years or more, so that's the $5,000 prize. The other 2 categories is either retail or non-retail / manufacturing, and those prizes are $2,500. So,
I think what he's asking is if he has an idea, how can he use that radio advertising?
Sure.
And if he wins, and I guess the answer to that is you do not have to use the radio advertising immediately.
Oh.
About 4 or 5 years to do it. So,
right, yeah.
Yeah, so you have enough time to get things running.
Absolutely. Yep. Sorry, I misunderstood your question. Did Russell answer that well for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, ma'am.
The media, I was looking for the right name for the radio.
5,000 here, 15,000 there.
What's their broadcasting span? How far do they go?
Russell, you
They're
got
from the Quad Cities over to the South Peru, and from north of the Quad Cities south to Knox County, Peoria area.
Yeah, I think the diameter is roughly 100 miles diameter, I think. Give or take some jagged. It's not quite a circle because of some geographic anomalies, but it's about 100-mile diameter, I believe.
And it does extend into Iowa a ways as well.
Yeah.
So it covers the entire Quad Cities.
Anyone else? Great questions. Super. Go back over here to the rest of this. Just to show you the private-public partnerships, this is a listing of your local area businesses and community resources that have been involved in bringing this prize package and bringing the contest to you folks here in these 2 counties. This could not be done with any individual group or private. I suppose it could be, but it takes some deep pockets. But there's a lot of effort that goes involved in this, and no small thanks needs to go to the University of Illinois, Mary Grant Consulting, the City of Galva, Don Henry Consulting, Stark County, Henry County, and Economic Development, Stark County Economic Development. It takes all of those resources and all of those efforts to try to bring this together. And they've done a fantastic job of going out into the community and getting different corporations and different businesses to donate to this. So we want to make sure that We're very well aware of that. Anything else? Okay, again, April 30th, that's the competition. The mock fast pitch is on the 25th, and you have to get registered by the 18th. Asking anybody in here, we can get you there. And again, the website, the best website to go to that is henrystarkfastpitch.org. Thank you very much, and we'll be happy to answer any questions on a one-on-one basis. Make sure you get some things signed up for if you can tonight. If you know what your schedule's like, please sign up, and thank you very much for attending.